Buddy doing? Hi, Rushing Wind Mountain. Hi, everybody. Usually we're facing the other direction, but tonight we're facing this way because we are going to do a little bit of explaining, I think is the word for this. I found this actually by happenstance, which was great. That I went into our YouTube studio. I do a lot of the back office when it comes to that kind of stuff for Mama. And I found out, I looked at different things. Hi, Crafty. And I realized that I didn't see this, that I didn't know it existed. And I approached Tuber Chat. If you're not familiar with their channel, please go check them out. They're actually going to rate us in a little bit. I want to make sure I put their channel in the chat. And so I didn't know, and I looked, hi Jaden, and I looked, I'm like, oh, well, you can do this. So I decided to go, I told Kevin about it. He said he wasn't familiar with it. Hi, Brazy Girl. He wasn't familiar with it. And so I said, well, I'll go live. He said, can you go live for me? And I'll show you, be able to show you what it's like. And I just want to see if I can pin the comment so that it can, no, I can't. So let me go back to my channel. I just really want to pin this for him. So he messaged me today and he said, if you're willing to go live on your channel after Tuber Chat, we'll go ahead and raid you. And I said, well, great. And he said, this way I can see how it looks. Now, apparently, so people can just understand, you can't get this. Okay, I'm going to pin Tuber Chat to the top. So if you haven't subscribed to Tuber Chat, then go ahead and subscribe. We're also going to take a moment on the 2nd and 4th of every month. We make sure that we gift out memberships. That's we give 5 out on the 4th, on the 2nd, and 5 out on the 4th. So we're going to go ahead and do that while I'm here. We can gift memberships if you're someone that has a channel and you have that opportunity. It's a really nice way of giving back to your members. We love doing it. So we're going to roll with that. We're kind of waiting for Tuber Chat to finish up. I've asked Mr. Blester Crochet to help me out. So he's going to help me out in a few minutes. I need a Midnight Gamer so we can see how this works. I'm letting the computer decide who's going to do it. So everybody understands, on a vertical live, you can choose as a content creator to go ahead and decide that you want to remove, only on a vertical live, you want to take super stickers away, right? And go ahead and turn on what's called gifts. Now, sometimes people are like, well, what are gifts? It's very similar to Facebook stars. On the back end of Facebook, or the front end where people purchase the gifts part, I hope that went through. It should have. Did we not do it? No. Well, it did. I don't know who got them, but somebody got them. It didn't show up, but it didn't. Hopefully it will, but it didn't for some reason on my end. And it will, if I do 5 more, then it won't do it. So hopefully somebody got them because it's not showing up. But that's okay. So I have my Chromebook out because I want to see if I can see them on a Chromebook when they're rolling through. Okay. And understand, I'm looking at 2 different computers right now, so I'm trying to get, I don't know why that didn't show, but hopefully it went through okay. I don't know why it didn't work, but it should have gifted 5. Anyway, so on a vertical live stream, the creator can decide when it's vertical, when it goes vertical, I want to remove super stickers and be able to give the ability to give out gifts. Okay, now I don't know if you can see, because Josh is floating. I can't see it, which I should be able to see it. I cannot see it on the Chromebook. I don't know if anybody else can see it. Don't float anymore. Hold off a minute, honey. Can anybody else see the floating hearts? Because I cannot see them right now. I don't know if anybody can see them or not. You can see them. Okay. So you can kind of have an idea. Now, Josh, if you're listening, you may have to do it one more time for me. Don't do it just yet. When Tuber Chat comes in, when Kevin comes in, because I want him to see it. I can't see it. I could see it the other day when somebody did it, but just now he's did it. I can see it in the chat that says that he did it, but I couldn't see it on here. Now, when I went and looked at the replay from somebody that did it last time, I could see, right? I could see, I could see it on the actual live, but I couldn't find it in the replay, which I think is yes, they're showing. Awesome. It's a little bit of a letdown. I think that it should be able to see it, right? You should be able to see it on the replay, but you can't. From what I can only see, you can only see those gifts from the YouTube when you're live. And the other day I could see them floating. So if you guys can see them floating, I can't see it for whatever reason. But they are replacing the super stickers on a vertical live. Now see, I just saw it. Josh just did it. I don't know what he did, but I saw it. You all saw it. So you got to see the Sunday, okay? You don't have to send anymore. I had him send what it is. The Sunday says it's 100 jewels. So to the content creator, you're going to get 1 cent back for every time somebody sends them. So that one I saw. So it may take a little while for kind of getting in and to see them and everything. I don't know if they're going to catch up, so you can watch them on the replay. If you as a content creator decide you want to remove, I can't see it on the PC. The only thing I could see, and that's why I did it both this way. So if I'm trying to not, I'm a little bit back and forth, it's because I'm looking at 2 different things. The only thing that I could see, and I'm going directly through YouTube. I'm not going through StreamYard. But I see on the YouTube chat that it says on our end, Joshua Jones, which is my husband, sent Sunday for 100 jewels, which is 1 cent, which the content creator gets back $1. 1 penny for every jewel sent, which transfers over to rubies. Now, it's going to cost initially the person purchasing the jewels a little more because YouTube takes their cut from the very beginning. Then they transfer it over to rubies and they give the content creator 1 cent of everything purchased. The benefit to having the little packs or the little jewel packs is that you as a viewer can buy X amount of jewels and distribute them out as you see a person doing a live stream. This is not available, from what I can understand, outside of the United States, and it's not available on horizontal. On horizontal, it will be super stickers, super chats, memberships. On vertical, super stickers still, super chats still apply, as well as super memberships. Disabled are the super stickers on the vertical, if you accept this. You have to go out, you have to go in and turn this feature on. So if you're in the United States In order to be able to turn, you have to turn it on. Now they're giving a bonus from what I can understand. I don't know if we'll get it. And I think eventually it's going to get rolled out to everybody. I think that's the goal. I think kind of from what I'm understanding, right now you can't choose the gifts, but I think that that's coming down the road or down the pike for us to be able to create our own gifts. Oh, Tuber Chat, thank you so much, Crafty Witch. Got it. Thank you very much for that. And I'm not where I can put any comments up, but thank you very much for your support. If you are like Anthony J is one of my moderators. He has a fishing channel. Well, I could see where down the road, we have to try another one when it gets to Canada. Absolutely. I hope this better explains to you, Kevin, how it's going to look. What like he has a fishing channel. So if eventually we're able to do our own gifts, he could have all these things be fishes. And so as the chat's moving, people want to send gifts, there could be fishes running in the stream, which I think is really kind of cool. So if you see from what I'm seeing, you cannot give on the computer. So this is only, and the reason I pulled out my Chrome is because I wanted to see, can I gift from my computer, right? And the answer is no. It says, when you look at the dollar amount, it says Super Chat, membership, and membership gifting. It does not give you the ability to do the jewels from the computer, only from your phone. So which is kind of a bummer to some degree. And I hope that they can really have it stick so that when we're watching the replay, people can see it. Because I really think it's going to lose its... If we're saying thank you as a content creator to somebody, and we're talking about these jewels that are floating, in the thing, it's going to look awful weird to somebody that can't see it on a replay. Now, I'll look at this replay and see if I see it. But on the last replay, I could not see any of them. So I think that unlike the super chats and the super stickers, you can see those when the replay happens. I think that has to be resolved, because I really think that you're on your phone, and it could have been a little glitch. I think this is just rolling out. If anybody wants to send them, they're welcome to, and let them see their own floating thing. But on the phone, when I looked at my husband's phone the other day, there was the $, and then right next to it is a gift box. So you can purchase a pack and then divide it up, which is nice, to a different content creator. If you want to say, okay, I want to do, I don't know, like he purchased 100. I don't want to give this content creator 100, which there's only a cent to the content creator. I want to give them 50 cents. Then you can do that. So you can buy them versus making a transaction every single time you do a super sticker or a super chat. Understand that most of us feel, when we're behind here, that, at least I feel, can't speak for everybody, it's not everybody, but I feel as if a super chat, jewels now, stickers, whatever, memberships are gifted, I believe that it's a way of saying thank you to us. It's never expected from here. It's appreciated, because there are things that we want to be able to give back to you all as far as content, and it does help. We try, I don't know about anybody else, but we try hard not to, push it on the one end, because it's not something we want to do. But when it comes through, please understand, from the bottom of our hearts, it's very much appreciated. It's all about the connection and the community that gets built. It's really, really important. Shout out would be nice on a live stream because not everyone looks at the chat. Yes. And usually we try a lot to make sure that when people come in, my mods know to, as much as they can, to please put their links in so people can connect. Connection, guys, does make a huge difference. But what I say a lot of the times is the magic doesn't happen here. It happens within the chat. And that's one of the reasons why we did the other channel, which is Blessings Through Connection. And that channel is set up, and we're going to be adding more as the year goes on, to make sure that we can put that channel, right, together with playlists and people so that people can go over there and look at channels that come and support us, but that we hope that they'll connect with. And we do that so that we're not, that's okay, Crafty. I know you're not feeling well. It's not a problem. We know that some degree, when it can get overwhelming when we have, when you have a playlist and it has other people's stuff in it, we try very hard to make sure that that's kind of on a separate channel. If you're kind of looking at how can I support another content creator, how can I support other channels, that's a great way. Just start a new channel and send people there and say, here's some great channels, right? Great channels for you to be looking at. Another thing we do is we do take a break shout outs. And I can tell you that ever since I've really started paying attention to YouTube community tab, it's showing up more and more and more in my algorithm. And I think it's one of those kind of, to some degree, like the lamp that gets bought, you got from your aunt for your wedding, and it gets sat in the corner. Well, you know what? It's because it's not paid attention to too much. We try really hard to kind of give channels a shout out. If you want to reach out to us at blessedtocrochet@yahoo.com, we're always willing to look at channels, and we're always willing to give them a shout out. If they're part of the Tuber Chat family, absolutely, we will put you in for the Take a Break channel shout outs. And we try to do that every day. I dealt with a migraine on Sunday, unfortunately. That didn't end well, and so I've kind of been recovering a little bit. And whether I had a little bit of the stomach bug coming around, I don't know, but I've kind of been taking it easy and so forth. And so we try to really connect people together because it's important. YouTube is a lot harder than I ever thought it would be. And see, like Crafty sent one. She got the disco ball going, and that's one of the things that attracted me to it. I can tell you that. Thank you, Crafty, very much. I really attracted because we have a saying on our channel that says, disco ball is broken up into a bunch of 100 pieces of glass put together to make a magical ball of light. You ain't broken, you're a disco ball. And that's one of the things that, for some other reason, what I was looking at, I thought, oh, we can do disco balls. These are really cool. And that's what got me started into looking at it. And you're supposed to get like a bonus. Like, and like I said, I don't know if we'll get it because this rolled out at the end of November, the beginning of December. And they said if you get like 3 months or something, you get a little bit extra, more than just 1 cent in your thing every month. So I don't know if we'll get it because I don't know if we got started on the bandwagon too late. I think that there's plus and minuses to it. I love that things are going to dance in the chat. I think that's so much fun. But I also think that if they can't figure out how to make those emojis show when the replay happens, people are going to say, well, what are they talking about? And that's kind of why I've been talking about it with my community over the past couple of days. It's not trying to push the fact that this is there and we would love If they wanted to send us a gift, we appreciate it, of course. But we've done it because this is something new, and we wanted to make our viewers aware of it so that they were aware of it and they understood. If they're going to go on a virtual live looking for a super sticker and go, well, I don't see a super sticker anymore. Where's the super sticker? They may not be aware of this new thing that's come out. And so, you know, things that are new that are coming out that you're doing on your channel through YouTube. Now, see, Brazy is from Canada and she can't do it. So I guess this is kind of, I guess it can't be done from anybody outside of the United States, because I think that they're starting a trial period. I think that maybe Brazy tried and then can't. And I think that this kind of happened with Kevin too, so if you're in the United States, you can do this. And I think that they're rolling it out here first to see how it goes. But I think that when we're something new that's coming out like this, let your community know this is new. So that if they're used to something, if they're used to the super stickers and so forth, and they're looking for them, they're not going to be going, well, where is it? I can't find it. They can understand how it will look different. And then understanding that if it's only when you're vertical, you can't do it from the computer. So if they're watching from a computer, they can't do it. It's only through their phone. And helping them understand that and helping explain that, I hope doesn't feel like we're pushing anybody to do that. But I also feel like for me, I would feel as if, well, can you explain it a little bit more? I think, Crafty, what they're saying is, oh, if you missed anyone, okay. I think that it helps to be able to sit there and explain to them exactly what's going on, because I think we've learned something from just doing this. I thought, because I didn't know, that if you were outside of the United States, you could still do it, but you couldn't participate as a content creator if you were in another country. Apparently, you can only do it in the United States, which I think eventually it's going to get rolled out. And I really hope that they'll allow the content creator to make their own gifts, because I really think that'll be fun. And I hope they come out with a way to fix it so that the content creator, when you're playing the replay, these people can see it. Because I do believe that that would be really cool. And if that's missing from the virtual, that's my only negative to it so far. Is I haven't really gotten, this channel hasn't gotten tremendous super stickers. We've gotten more super chats than super stickers. But I think that if you can't see it on the replay, you don't know what they're talking about. So knowing that, make sure that when it comes up on the screen, I, as the person, or my mom, who's ever doing the virtual live, needs to make a effort of explaining what's happening. If we realize that it may not show up on the replay, right, then we need to say, oh, well, so-and-so, like Crafty, sent a jewel, and it was a disco ball. We maybe need to explain it a little bit more so that somebody watching on the replay is going to realize what it is. Otherwise, it's going to be like, what are they talking about? So I hope this helps to understand what it's going to look like. And Josh, aw, thank you. He sent another flower. He's going to have fun with that. I can see that. Thank you very much. But see, just like that, that's not going to show up. And one thing that I like about kind of, if you're doing a virtual live stream, if you can, which is not always possible, to be able to see it from another phone, but you'll kind of be able to see the pictures and say, oh, you know, Joshua Jones sent me a flower. You know, thank you for that, Jewel. I really appreciate that. So it's just something that I think that if we realize that if you turn it on, which for some people that do a lot of virtuals, this is going to be great. And again, the fact that they don't have to purchase, every time you do a super sticker or every time you do a super chat, you have to purchase. You don't have to. It's all in a bundle. I don't know how much Mr. Bluster Crochet did, but anyway, it's all in a bundle. So you only have to make one purchase, right? Which is nice because then you can divide it up in the amount of you can give them all once to that specific content creator, or you can say I'm going to do some here, and then this other person I like is coming live, and you could do it that way. And that's one nice thing. I just hope that they're going to get it to be in a position of being able to show it on the replay. Not that we as content creators or whoever's behind the thing doesn't need to explain it and what's happening and be grateful and thankful when they come through. I'm just also thinking of if there's a lot of them flying through, it's going to get busy. And if it's not seen, Crafty, thank you. She sent a Sunday. See, I can see Crafty Witch sent a Sunday and so it says for 100 jewels, which will turn over to rubies for the content creator, which will make it converts to 1 cent per jewel. Jewels get converted to rubies, which turn into 1 cent per ruby. So I just think that I'd be interested. I'll test it again. I'll let everybody know, and I'll let Kevin know. But if it doesn't show up on the replay, then when it's coming through, you as a content creator probably should be at least explaining it so that they understand what's happening. Because if they can't see it on the replay, then they're going to be going, what in the heck is she talking about? So that's the one thing I hope that they'll adjust, is the fact that they'll be able to show or tell or have it, because it would be really cool when you watch the replay to be able to see those things happening. And just a little side note, we're going to wish somebody a happy birthday today. And if you're an Elvis fan, happy 90th birthday, Elvis. I had to do that. I had to raise a cupcake to Elvis. Sorry, guys, I'm an Elvis fan. Had to raise it. Can't believe he would have been 90 today. I feel so old. But anyway, he would have been 90. So happy 90th birthday, Elvis. I hope that you are having a huge cake in heaven. And I'm sure that you are singing the praises in heaven. I can guarantee that. But anyway, happy 90th birthday. Well, happy 52nd birthday to your uncle. Happy birthday. So your grandmother was a huge Elvis fan. Well, if I was on our channel using StreamYard, I would put up Elvis or Scott's happy birthday and sing it. But I will think of it tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Friday, we're going to talk about blossomed where you're planted. Being, loving where you're planted and being blossomed where you are planted, because I think that's important to setting goals. We will do the happy birthday song when we go live next, that we have on our channel. But our dog Mocha went to the vet on Monday and usually has no problems. She sedates pretty well to go get all of her nails done and make sure that she's A-okay, because she just doesn't do well if she's not sedated, because of her past abuses. And so unfortunately she didn't take to the sedate well, and so it was maybe Tuesday, but anyway, she didn't take to the sedate well. So we're going to do this whole thing again tomorrow. So if you have any prayer within you, say a little prayer for us and the dog, because she needs her nails trimmed. I hope that they can get it this time around. Last time, usually she goes underneath sedation pretty well, but she didn't apparently do it this time around. But I have watched Blue Hawaii so far, and we were watching Paradise Hawaiian Style, and so I'm probably going to just crochet the rest of the night away and watch some more Elvis movies. But again, I'm kind of recovering from whatever happened on Sunday that didn't agree with me. So, but if you're a channel that would like us to give you a shout out, especially if you're in the Tuber Chat family, if you want to email us at blessedtocrochet@yahoo.com, please go ahead and do so. And we'll take a look. If you're in the Tuber Chat family, just put into the letter or put in the top channel shout out /Tuber Chat family, and we'll make sure that that happens. We're always looking for channels that come in here and support us, support Tuber Chat and the community. I just want to give a huge shout out to Kevin. I really, really appreciate everything that he does and the support that he gives the local channels. It really means a lot. You guys in the Tuber Chat, I can guarantee you that we would not be where we are right now in our YouTube journey if it hadn't been for finding Tuber Chat. It was one of the best things that I have found yet. And I think that it's been very helpful to be able to understand all that comes with it, because you just think, oh, it's just turning on the camera and just go. Well, no, there's a lot more to it, and he really explains it very well. And you know what? If there's something within the chat that you're doing that may cause you problems in other channels, he handles it very well. And I really appreciate on how well he handles it. And he does it because he cares, because he wants you to be successful, and you guys all are successful. And we were in Tuber Chat today a little bit, and I know somebody, I can't remember their channel, and I'm sorry. And they were talking about nobody showing up for their live. And if you're going live and you would like, if you're having that kind of issue, email us. I'll be glad to put it on our community tab if your live is scheduled. Or if we're going live, I can set it up to stream over to your channel. Or we can be there if we're able to. And let me just encourage you. I know sometimes it feels like, and I've had them, where it's like, well, we have a channel of almost, I don't know what we are at yet, but we were like 4 away from 1,300 a little bit ago. Where I've gone and going, it's just me, and I'm talking to myself for a half an hour and nobody's showing up, and it can be discouraging. It can be a little frustrating, and you could feel as if you're never gonna have people coming in to talk, because you're sitting there going, I go in it for the connection part. All the monetization goes to mama. My mother gets all the monetization. Everything that is sent goes to my mother. I came in it because I desperately needed the connection. I found out recently that what my personality type is, and I found out that I have an ability, and I think when Kevin says, I talk a lot, I'm thinking you probably have one of those personalities, Kevin, like me, that needs a place to talk. And I need a place to connect, and it helps me deal with my fibromyalgia. So I know, people are like, well, Mary's on, but Kathy is sometimes who you'll see in the email. Well, that's my mom. And I told her, listen, let's do this thing, but you take the monetization part. And all things pink and possible. You take the monetization. I'm going to just go, I need the connection part. And that has been such a blessing for me. It helps me deal with my fibromyalgia pain. It helps me deal with the effects that come along with it from a mental standpoint, and I am beyond grateful for everybody. And it's helping my mother out, so I'm fine with it. And we're going to get Mama on a little bit more. She's getting a little bit more used to the camera, but she's like, I don't want to be on camera too much, and so forth. And she does a lot of the stuff in the back. If you see the Bible verses popping up and stuff like that, she does a lot of those things to help out, and eventually she'll probably start taking over some of the emails and the comments and so forth. But, just realize, guys, connection can make a huge difference. And there's people in this world that are dealing with a chronic illness like I am, that, my husband had physical therapy today, and I said to him, I don't have it to go out. So my mother, who lives with us, who helps me and my husband, I said, I just don't have it. Can you please go with Josh to his physical therapy? And she said yes. And so she went for me because I just don't have the energy. And I was on the phone with my therapist today, and I was talking to her, and she goes, you just seem really tired. And I'm like, I am. And she goes, you've got to rest. You've got to take it easy. So for a lot of people that may be dealing with a special needs child or a chronic illness, or maybe they're taking care of an elderly individual, them being able to go out doesn't happen easily sometimes. And so a community like Tuber Chat, where you can go in there, and we've all heard the story about, how Cheers, the not the story, but the theme song, everybody knows your name. Well, you can go into Tuber Chat, and it's like, I know that person, and I know that person, I know that person. You come in here, and you'll see a lot of the same people and family, and that's what it becomes. It becomes a community. It doesn't mean that we need to stop having community outside of, we just do it on the phone and do it through YouTube, but we can do it throughout our community as well. But if you're, dealing with something and you just can't go out as much as everybody else and get involved in things and activities and so forth, this is a great place to be. And if you're thinking, well, is connection a niche? It is. I do believe that YouTube is changing on how they're doing things. I believe that, maybe it was a time when YouTube was thought of being videos and so forth, but now there's a lot of live, panels coming on and connection coming on and people being there for each other, and other amazing channels, that are happening and that are focusing on connection and community. And so again, I just wanted to put that out there. I know that maybe there's somebody that feels like, what, I just need, can you do that for me? And we'll be glad to do that. If you're part of the Tuber Chat family, then more absolutely we'll go ahead and do that. I just dropped my daughter's YouTube channel there. She does a lot of cosplay. She's really good at it. She was out playing in the snow on some of her recent cosplay ones. And then another channel that is focuses on community as well. If you're not familiar with this, the Lifeboat, a great channel. It's where we actually started from. It's from one of those, things that said, Tommy from Lifeboat said, if you got something to say, hit that big red button. And, that's what we did. And I never thought we would get monetized. I thought it won't happen, but it did. And it was a lot of hard work to get there, but it was worth it. On the 13th of January, which I know to some people it's like 13th really probably isn't too much of a lucky day, but for us it is, because that's when my daughter brought home her autistic service dog. So it's a very, very special day for us. It was at least the day, not the month. He came home in July, and he has since crossed that rainbow bridge, but he was in service for 7 years. And the 13th of January will be the actual year. It's not the year of our YouTube anniversary, but it will be a year from the first time we did a live. So we won't have a huge celebration, but we'll have somewhat of a little celebration on the 13th, because we have to celebrate it, right? We have to celebrate it and give it a little bit of a celebration, because I thought if we get to monetization, we'll get there on January 12th, and we got there beforehand. So if we can do anything as a community to help you as a channel, I really do believe in giving back. I'd be glad to come on a channel if you have a topic that you think we can talk about. I have no problem doing that. And having you come on our channel and talk about a topic that you would like that you're interested in. If you have your story to tell, your story is important. You want to come on and tell your story? Let's talk. I do believe that this is way in the future to, hi Sandy, how you doing? I think this is the way of the future, is to help build community. And I can just tell you from a personal standpoint, I really wish that I'd had this when I was raising my daughter with autism, because it was really difficult. It was hard when we did it with her and I didn't have anybody to talk to. I was too tired to go out and you know, connect much with anybody. And then when my dad was dealing with dementia, I needed somebody to talk to. And so this is a great resource. There's so many people and so many people that I would not have met if it hadn't been for the community that we've built here and the community on YouTube. And I am so thankful for, you know, so many amazing channels. And I think that we can learn from each other. I think that when people that have well, thank you, Wounds by Wisdom. I love that. Yep, such a great community that y'all have created. We have. And it takes time to create it. Guys, it takes 200 hours. Let's understand this. 200 hours. We've done sillier things with 200 hours to build a community. And it takes time. It takes time for them to get to know who you are. And are you the same on this side of the screen as you are in real life? And the answer, a lot of people, there's people in here that know me. I'm the same. I have a huge heart. I want to help people. It's part of my personality. And if we can help you, let's help. Let's build the community. It's kind of why I talked about it tonight. I thought, well, what topic do I do tonight? Because I really didn't have a topic, right? I didn't have a topic. I just thought, let's just roll. And I thought, let's help out Kevin so he can see what this looks like. We can see kind of the pitfalls of the jewels a little bit. And he said, will you be willing to do it? I'm like, absolutely. You've done a lot for me. You've done a lot for everybody else in that channel. And you come into his lives, and there's a certain air of him really making sure that he's showing other channels up and lifting them up. And that's what we need to do. There's a lot of great channels, guys, out there. And again, you know, if you want to reach out and say, I need a channel shout out, we'll be glad to do that. If you would love for me to come on and talk about certain topics, I've raised a child with autism. I've dealt with an abusive first marriage. I deal with fibromyalgia. I went through the whole thing with my daughter, getting her a service dog. I've dealt with family addiction in my family. I've dealt with my dad who had dementia. I will be glad to come on and talk about it. My story is my story, and your story is your story. And if you ever feel like you say, you know what, I want a place to tell my story, it's a safe place here. That's what we've tried to build, because we're not going to take people that are going to come in here and be unpleasant. They're going to be gone real fast, because we're not going to do that. We want everybody, and Brazy DC, in my chair. My community came together and got me a chair because my other chair was having problems staying up. It was going down. So I'm sitting in my brand new chair. I think that one of the most powerful stories I can tell you guys about community and what YouTube can do for people around you is my aunt. My aunt, by the grace of God, will celebrate her 10th, not 10th, on January 10th. And I'm going to need the support of you guys, because I'm going to come live that day. And it's Friday. January 10th will be her, I forgot how old she is, but this will most likely, we don't know what is ahead, but we know most likely this is from the Outlook, probably her last birthday. She's down in Florida. In the description below will be her GoFundMe page if anybody feels obliged to share it on their social media. We would appreciate it. We're trying to not have her worry. I maybe actually be able to put it in the chat. We're trying to have her not worry about the last little bit of any kind of expenses for the remainder. She can't work anymore, but we're going to celebrate her birthday. We're going to talk about being bloomed where you're planted. But last year, it came about that she wanted to come up and see her family for what we knew was probably going to be the last time. And I'm telling you, my YouTube community came together for hashtag One Last Hug, and they came together tremendously. We didn't want her to have to worry about purchasing the ticket to have to come up here and see her family, because we knew that was an expense she couldn't do. It was her wish that she came up here and saw her family. And they did. They made it happen for her. And we hashtagged it One Last Hug. And I got on the YouTubes, and I told her story for a moment, 20 minutes. And I had people reach out to me that that made it an effort to be able to, I New Horizons, to be able to make sure that they had her up here. We had somebody who said, listen, I got frequent flyer miles, right? I can go ahead and buy her ticket for, I can buy her ticket for the way up, or the way back, I think it was. So they took care of taking care of her ticket on the way home. Several other people sent money through the Venmo, and her ticket was paid in full, plus a little bit so that my daughter and her could go on a horseback riding. And she got up here, and we got to see her, and got to give her that one last hug. I made it very clear when I first put this in the chat that I wasn't going to be putting a ton of GoFundMes in any of our chats. And the only reason is that when you start with one, how do you stop? But because this is my aunt, is one reason why we're allowing this. And that's what a lot of content creators do. But if you have your private social media, or if you're willing to put it on your YouTube page, there's the link. It will be in the description below. It's in some of our descriptions for our daily devotions. Just so that she doesn't have to worry about any expenses. Without her daughter right now, I think she wouldn't even have a place to live because she can't work. So it's there. I'm just putting it there if anybody wants to share it on any of their social media platforms. We shared it a couple days ago, and she got $600 in there, and that was exactly what she needed to get her through this last month. So guys, sharing, if you don't think sharing has power, man, does it have power. If we think what we did with that GoFundMe, or not GoFundMe, what we did when it was time to get her up here to see her family one last time, we put it out there, and it blanketed, it got covered just in that little bit. And we're only talking about $450. But the fact is that somebody cared enough to share, and they did it. We started sharing her GoFundMe places and kind of realiving it again, or so forth. It hadn't been donated into a while, and $600 later. And she said that was literally enough to cover what I needed to get through this month. And there's still a little bit extra in there for anything she needed. But let's talk about the power of sharing, the power of taking the time. If you all realize the power that you all have, everybody in here has a social media presence of some kind, right? I get messages from Tuber Chat. I get messages from other people. I shared you on Reddit. I shared you here. I shared you there. You have the power, whether you believe it or not, and I have Facebook. If I like a channel, I'm going to share them on my Facebook stream. Share their stuff. You have the power to help them grow too. If you're really liking the content that they're putting out there, we're not doing anything fancy here. I'm not demolishing a house. I'm not, doing anything. I'm not fixing any car. But I'm here connecting with people that I've really grown to have great friendships with, and who I love and I care about. And I want to see everybody grow. Everybody that has a YouTube channel that wants to have growth, I want to see them grow. If, having just a little bit of income coming in a month from the YouTube channel that goes to mama has really helped just a little bit. It has made a difference. So for somebody that starts a YouTube channel and has maybe just $100 coming in a month, maybe that can make just a huge difference in their lives. It can be the switch. So you guys have the power to share channels out there with your people and say, this is a great channel, if you believe it is. And that's part of making community and making connection. And it is so important. And I know there'll be a day when I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say to you, I've got some news, and it's not going to be fun. It's going to be very sad. I may cry through it in order to be able to tell you Patty's no longer with us. For right now, she is. She's got stage 4 liver and lung cancer. She's under hospice treatment. But I know when that happens, I can flip on our channel and there's going to be a lot of people coming in, and they're not going to be there, but I'm going to feel like they are all around me, giving me lots of hugs and support, because it's going to be hard. And there's people all around this world, guys, hurting, and they are feeling like they're alone. They don't need to be alone. They don't need to be suffering in silence, right? I grow full, joyful, Homestead, how are you? And we have the community. And, I was asked, a friend asked me who's on YouTube, and she goes, I just don't know what my niche is. And I said, what about a niche of connection? Sometimes channels have a razor focus, like, surviving. Like Tuber Chat was talking. On Tuber Chat, they have a razor focus. On his music channel, they have a razor focus. On his personal channel, it's kind of all over it's kind of a little bit of everything. And that's kind of what we do here. There's not really a razor focus, except for the one word, which is connection. We have a razor focus for connection. And that may mean it put us in a direction of coming together and paint pouring one day. It may be coming together and sharing a recipe. It may be coming together and doing devotions. But every step of the way, there's connection happening. And that's the purpose of this. It's not about the crochet. If anything, that name, to some degree, has, I think, to some degree held us back just a little bit. But we're so determined to get people out there to look past the name of a channel and go and check them out. Their name needs to be about the last thing you look at. Their community tab, what live streams are they doing? What videos are they doing, right? What shorts are they doing? And then, oh, by the way, there's their name, right? That needs to be about the last thing we look at, because you could be missing out on a really great channel like ours that you're going to say, oh, they crochet. I don't need to know about them. Well, if you come into our stuff, which there's over 700 stuff between live streams and shorts and all that kind of stuff, about 700, you'll find out very little percentage actually crochets. But we love the name so much, and hey, Mon, how you doing, hun? We love the name so much that we wanted to say to you all, we're blessed to crochet amongst other things, but what are you blessed to do? You're blessed to do a lot of things too. Let's find out them, but let's find out them together. But get past the name. Come in and look, and that's why big, bold letters in our descriptions is you don't have to know a single thing about crochet. You don't have to know how to do, a double crochet, a single crochet. You don't have to know any of it. You don't even have to like crochet. But everybody likes to have that connection happening. And if you come in and spend the time, 200 hours, remember, to really build a relationship. If you come in and spend the time, I guarantee you, right, that you're going to find some amazing people that you otherwise would not have found. the woman that just stepped into this chat right now, I can't thank her enough for her friendship. She got me through a very difficult time, not this Christmas, but the year before. She was there, and I found her through the lifeboat. She's in a totally different country, but to me, she's like a sister. And if she rang my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning through Messenger, I'd pick it up and say, I'm here for you. I never would have met her if it hadn't been for the fact that I found YouTube and I found a community. And I found that community because I loved Elvis, and I wanted to find out more about Scientology, and not that I wanted anything to do with it, but I was interested to why Priscilla and Lisa even got involved with that. And that's how I found, I found the lifeboat. People like Brazy Girl and Sandy Wandy, Kristen Melinda, all these people came from the lifeboat. All of them know that they have a friend in me. And I'm here in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, guys, there's 16 people watching. If you are in here and you need help in any way that we can help, either if it's by a channel shout out or whether it's coming on our channel and telling us your story or us coming on your channel or whatever we can do, collaborating together, I'll be more than glad to assist with that. Because if I grow, no, more importantly, let me take that back. If you grow, we grow. All right? By helping each other do it. By helping each other watch each other's stuff and play, you can't watch everything, but play, play each other's playlist and all that kind of stuff. It's important. Because we're going to grow, and we're going to also talk this weekend. We're going to show everybody how we're kind of working our link tree so everybody understands. Thank you for offering assistance for growth of channels. Okay, this is Teresa's. Okay, I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. I'll have to look. At that. We're going to look at Linktree and how we're going to work our Linktree. I thought we could do Amazon storefront. We can't because we're not branded. We're not there yet. But another way that you can help your content creator without doing anything is if they have an affiliate link for anything that you want to purchase that you like, go ahead and click on the affiliate link. Right? Go ahead and click on the affiliate link for whatever product you're interested in. And that's another way you can support them too without having to do anything. And so we've tried to do it in a way that we've started trying to put affiliate links on our link tree, so that if you guys are interested in something we're talking about, we can send you right there, like our migraine masks and stuff. And to all my mods, I'm planning to get a list together when I start getting better. All those people dealing with whatever that stomach virus is, I'm telling you what, I don't know whether it was a stomach virus or whether it was whatever it was the stomach virus or a migraine. I don't know which one it was, but whatever it was, it needed to go bye-bye very quickly. So, but we're going to go over our link tree just so people can see how that's going to work. It's the only way I could think of putting affiliate links on some way so that people can go to those affiliate links if they like something and go ahead and, be able to purchase it in an easy way to find those things. So again, when people come in here, we're trying to make sure that, if you see links dropped in our chat, it's because we want to help other channels. We want to help them hopefully get some more subscribers so that they can grow. go check their channel out. Go over there, watch a couple shorts if you can't watch a video, so you make sure. Oh, I'm so sorry, Crafty. So that, you know, this, so that, here's for anybody that needs some ones. If you know, if you're somebody that, no, it didn't. You have 10 memberships left to get this one. So I'm going to gift them now because apparently it didn't do it before. I didn't think it did it before, so we're going to do it now. It told me before, but now, see, now it did it. So we're going to do, because this is another benefit that they give it. So Miss Dragon, Wisdom of Wounds to Wisdom, Star, Kristen, and Loomis Shine all got the second week of members, and then we still have 5 more. I thought for sure it didn't do it before. So those are the new ones that came out. And that's another way. If you're and too, if you're a monetized channel, just as a little side note, and you're wondering, because it took me a while to figure out how to do it. If your gift, you are entitled if you're monetized and have memberships. I think I'm not. Don't quote me that I think you can do it at 500. I think all you need to have a good day, grow joyfully. I think you can do it if you have 500 and have membership set up. I don't think you have to wait till you have the 1,000. But if you're at that, you have to do it. The only way I've been able to figure out how to do this, I did it a bunch of different ways, is to go on my Chromebook whenever we're going to give memberships away. And we don't get a commission off of that. That's just something that YouTube offers. I think that's great, and I hope they're going to keep doing that. And you have to go into your live, like you would go into somebody else's live, right? And hit the $sign, and that will show you gift memberships. And you have 10. We have 5 left. So when the 4th week of the month comes up, we do the other 5. So it's just kind of like you being on someone else's live and seeing the $sign. You have to go into your live that's running at the time of the thing and hit the $sign, and it'll say gift 10 or whatever, and that's how you do it. It took me a while to figure out how to do it. It was like, I want to give them away too, but that's how you do it. And I think it's great. So if you do have a monetized channel and you have that, you know, you have memberships and so forth, go ahead and you have that ability to do it. And I usually divide it up so that it's the 2nd and the 4th week of the month. People know that those memberships are coming out. Hi, Nearest Fairway. How are you doing? So again, and that was a channel we gave a shout out to this week. Hi, Juan. How are you doing? But anyway, guys, really again, and there's people that have reached out to us and said, you know what? Do you know how much just having your live running and have it coming in and having that community happen means? And so we can do this. We can share other channels. There's no limit to how many channels you can be subscribed to. Just if you're going to subscribe to a channel, take a moment, go watch some of their shorts. If you can't sit and watch some of their videos, go watch some of their shorts and comment on them. I think another thing that Kevin does with Tuber Chat is he has a list that is play later list. And so he puts things in like a play later list. And he can go through there and watch them as he puts them in. And so maybe if you're adding videos on and you can't sit there and you know watch all of them, just be able to run them in the background, which will help the content creator, and maybe go into their channel and you know, go ahead and pick one of their playlists. Oh, Sandy Wendy, sweetie, that was awesome. Zelda won that one. not won, but she was gifted that one. Thank you very much, hon. If you go in and just watch somebody's playlist, by running that playlist will also help that content creator. Oh, Braze, you didn't have to do that, sweetheart. Buy Mama lunch. We're actually going up to see Christina, so I will use that, but you didn't have to do that. But I love you. I just love you for who you are, and you know that. You don't need to do anything. Just being here in this chat makes my heart very, very, very happy. Very happy. Now I got coffee. Let me say hello, just people. Oh, Juan, welcome. He became a member tonight again. Juan, thank you so much. He's got the disco ball. You've got, or not the disco ball, you've got the cupcake. You can raise a cupcake because it's Elvis's 90th birthday today. So, but, I can't, I know I probably talk about the connection till people are kind of blue in the face a little bit about it. But, people, I'm just trying to tell you, it really, really is important. We're going into a world that's gonna, is getting harder. And just think of the snow. My husband had to go out because he had to go for his physical therapy appointment to try to see if he can get off the crutches with his knee. And he just came in the house. He goes, it's miserable out there. There's people that are snowed in right now. They can't get out. Oh, Juan, thank you so much, hon. Social Media Grow Show got a gifted membership. And they're another channel, by the way, that is, I think I have them in here, don't I? They're another channel. I'm going to get my mods. I promise you. I keep talking about it, but I promise you. I'm going to get you a list of all the channels. I promise it. I can't remember what I think it was Grow Show. So we have a list of them. I can't remember which one it was. I'll find the code in a minute when I go through going, oh yeah, that's what it was. Oh, that's what it was. Media Grow Show? I wonder if that's what it is. I have to go through and get all of the list again because it's been a while. But I have them in here somewhere. It's going to hit one of these. If not, one of my mods, if they'll go find a Social Media Grow Show for me and put them in the chat. They're another great content creator too as well. I didn't hit the right one. Another thing too, thank you, Sandy. Another thing too, but with all the snow, there's a lot of people that can't go out. And this is another place that we can come together and have that connection. It does make something up here happen, guys. It does help something mentally when you're connected and you're talking, and when you start knowing the people in the chat, it makes a huge difference. It really does. I can't put anything. Hi, Duke City. I can't put anything on because I'm not through StreamYard. I didn't know, honestly, when I did this. I thought, I don't know if I'm going to get to it's going to work if I go through StreamYard. I think it will if you're vertical. So that's our next one, is I'll do a vertical live out there and we'll try it. Hi, Alfonso, from a vertical live, and see if we do it through that, whether it's going to work. I think it would because it's just that. But they said you won't be able to see anything popping up, which I wanted to kind of see it a little bit. That's why I was like, well, if I put it through StreamYard, I'm not going to be able to see it. And see, on my phone, just so people know that content creators are going to be turning on Jules, on the very top of it, it has, the people watching, the thumbs up. You haven't given the thumbs up or subscribe. What you waiting for? Next to it has whatever super chats you get. And then the next one to it has a little jewel mark. And it says 285 in that. So, and this is similar to like Facebook stars. So if you're looking, you can see the amount of jewels, which means 285 in jewels. Crafty sent it. See, she sent, thank you, sweetie. She sent a marshmallow. I would have never known that was a marshmallow. I'm going to have to go look at all these. But see, now it changed it to 316. So I'd never known that was a marshmallow. Anyway, it's $3.15 in jewels. So that's $3.15 to the content creator because it comes over a penny per each jewel, which turns into rubies. This has to be a little confusing, doesn't it? It can't be simple. Stars are so much easier, but it's like they couldn't keep it as jewels. They have to do it jewels and then convert it to us as rubies. I'm like, my Lord. But I think it's going to be cool. My only issue is that if this is on the replay, you're not going to be able to see. You're not going to be able to see the jewels that float in the screen. That's my only thing. Is I hope that sticks so you can see it, because I think it'll be really cool on the replay. But any advice that I would give anybody that's going to roll this out? Explain to your viewers what is happening in case it's not going to show up on the replay. If you can figure out somebody did a jewel the last time that I was on, when I first rolled this out, and I think we were going to Sam's Club Tuesday. Somebody did that, and I went back and going, oh, I want to see it again, because it went by so quick I couldn't see what it was really. And Juan, if you're going to look for it on anybody's live stream, they have to be vertical, like we are now. That's why we're vertical. And they have to, you'll look on the very bottom, you will see the money, the box with the money sign in it, and right next to it you'll see a gift box. And so when somebody, that way you can purchase like a lump of them, however you want to purchase, right? And that way it gives the content creator, you can then say, okay, I'm going to purchase like 500 jewels, right? Or 100 jewels or whatever. And then you could say, I'm going to give 50 jewels to this content creator and 50 jewels to that content creator and 100 jewels to that content creator, right? And then that way you don't have to do a super chat or a super sticker, because super stickers, when we're vertical, will no longer be working. They're disabled. This way you can split it up. So you're not having to, every time you want to send a super sticker, you have to go in and literally make a purchase every time. The jewels will prevent, you don't have to do that. From what we can see, it is only available for people purchasing within the United States. This is only available to people that are content creators in the United States, and they're supposed to be floating. I think it'll be really cool is when this rolls out and you can make your own gifts. I guarantee you we're going to have Elvis dancing somewhere in the gift things. I just tell you, give you a heads up. But super chats, Duke, are still available. On the vertical, the super chats are still there, and the memberships are still there. The super stickers are now disabled on a vertical live. You can still see the super stickers and the super chats and the memberships when you're horizontal. The super stickers will appear when the live stream is horizontal, and jewels are not available on that when we're horizontal. If you go into the computer, I can't see how to purchase jewels. So it's only for people that are watching vertical live streams on a phone that can give the jewels. You can't, there's no access for me to give jewels. I even switched from this account to Blessings Through Connection, and it doesn't want me to do it. Thank you, Duke, very much. And again, I'm not on StreamYard, so I can't put it up. But thank you, Duke, for the... it's never expected, but it is appreciated. Dukes, thank you very much for the support. And, we did this... When I approached Kevin about this, I wanted him to know about it, because I wasn't sure, especially being in Canada, if he knew about it, so that he could explain it to the Tuber Chat family. And he did, and so I said to him yesterday, he said, well, let me know when you go live again, and I'll come on, and so I can see it. And so he messaged me this morning and said, we're doing Tuber Chat. I'll do a raid if it's okay and you'll go on. I said, that's fine, no problem. And I said to my husband, go on and purchase some jewels. And he did, so everybody could see how they work. So I was glad to do the favor for Kevin because he's done so much for us. So I was glad to assist and help. That's what we do, right? But guys, you know, connection can make a huge difference in so many people's lives. And however it comes through, however you need to do it, whether we need to connect with our community, but I have no shame in saying to people, listen, I got a family on YouTube. I've got a chosen family that are there to support me and care about me. That's why we have the Lighthouse Beacons through Facebook, is because we want people to realize that, you know, if there's support needed, whatever somebody's going through, you're going through a loss, if you're going through a difficulty, whatever it is, nobody needs to suffer in silence. We don't do anything fancy or anything, right? It's just ordinary people here. But guys, you guys rock in the chat. And it's great to see when, I'm very thankful for when a raid happens because the chat happens and then you just see it happening, and I'm thinking, the magic's not me. You guys are making connections all over the place tonight. And I'm glad to see it. I'm really glad to see that you're connecting with other channels and finding them, and they're growing in the process of us being here. I don't know where we're sitting, but we're about ready to find out, right? We help people grow, right? So, you know, take the time, go and share out channels you like. We are 2 away from 1,300. 2 away. Maybe, right? It's been dancing between 295 and 296 for like the past week. I'm like, okay. We're 2 away from 1,300. And I'm grateful, guys, for all of it. I'm tremendously grateful. You guys rock. You guys have just, you've changed my life just by being here. I tell you that straight up. There's no fancy anything. You all have just been such a rock star. I try to be. My family may not agree with that, Brazy, but I try to be. Have a good night, Duke. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But, you know, I came on here tonight. I really didn't have a topic. It was just, what was I doing? I was helping out a channel that does a lot for other people and other content creators. And I was glad to assist and help. And if it helps him understand how it works and what it's going to look like, then it helps him to understand. Oh, thank you, Quilt. Thank you, Lori, so much. You know, if it helps him understand, because he's got people in the United States that are content creators, if it helps him help them understand how it's going to work, I think I'm more excited about when they open it up for you to make your own gifts, because that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to have disco balls all over the place, and maybe a little Elvis, and some roses. I mean, it's going to be fun. I'm going to say this right now. I think as we grow, if they're going by really fast and I don't see them and we're vertical, I may need a little help from my mods to say, oh, this came up. What was that? I'm not going to play it. Can be mischievous and I try not to. I try to. You'd be very proud of me. I did rest, even though I didn't feel like it. Very, very frustrated. But I listened to my little self. I've kind of taken it really a lot easier than I wanted to this week because I don't know what happened, but I literally got really, it was not fun on Sunday. I did not like it one iota. I put on my, what was it? My little hoodie thing for migraines. I did all that. I knew it was coming on, but man, it came on real quick. And it was not fun at all. I did not like it. Well, you know what? I love all you guys. You guys do a lot, whether, you may not realize it, but you do a lot to help me and sometimes get through the day, depending on what my day is like. So, and if you are dealing with migraines, I'm going to put this in the chat. It's one thing I'm going to get my mods a list of things. But if you're dealing with migraines like I do, and you're looking for a solution, I have it. It's an affiliate link from Amazon. It is a hoodie for your head. The Lifeboat calls it a falcon hat. And when I get a headache, usually it works. It didn't work on Sunday. But you put it in the freezer or the refrigerator and you put it over your head. And yeah, if anybody's looking for that, that's the affiliate link. I got my son-in-law. I have the hat thing, the hood thing that goes over the head. I've got the thing that goes on the back of the neck. And then I've got, so when I get a headache, I'll get them from the freezer. Yeah. Oh yeah, I put mine in the freezer. I put it in the refrigerator. And then I put it on my head and close my eyes and let my eyes go to, let myself go to sleep, and it usually calms itself down. I didn't even have time I woke up with a headache and it went down within minutes. It was very quick. There was no time to go get anything. But if I can get it beforehand, I can put that hoodie on, and then you can also put it in the refrigerator if you don't want it too cold, or you can put it, but it has to be totally room temperature. You can even put it in the microwave if you want it warm and put it on it. So if anybody's suffering from migraines, thank you, Juan. Great thing to check out. I put in that collection, I put in the one with the two hoods, one with the hood in the neck, the medium size, and then the larger size. So if anybody's looking for that, it's a great thing to have in the freezer. My son-in-law suffers from migraines, so he got it as a Christmas present. And I got him both sets, the one for the neck and the head, because my daughter sometimes will get overheated with the diabetes. So she's like, Mom, I want the neck part. I'll give him the hood part. I want the neck part so I can put it in the freezer, and then when I need to cool off, I can put it on me. And I thought, even if you're outside and you're like, it's warm outside, that would be nice to put around your neck and get a little cool off from it. But sometimes if I've been crocheting and my neck's like this, it's nice to put on my neck and let the ice or the heat soothe it. So I use it for that too as well. Another thing is I've kind of been debating on this for a while, and I think I need some help. I'm going to ask people for help. It's not easy, but you can do it. I have been telling people for the past probably about 4 or 5 months, we're going to come up with a logo that says, proud to be me, be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. And I don't quite know how it should look. So if anybody has any kind of ideas, the only thing I thought of is, and I would have Alfonso do it, is make almost like a paint splatter, and then in that paint splatter come up with that saying, is we would like to put it in our merch store. So if anybody has an idea of how it should look, I will take all the suggestions I can get, because I have it in my head, I just can't figure out how to get it out of here and onto this. So if anybody has a suggestion, or if they want to draw something or an image or whatever, then go ahead and email it to us. We'll be glad to look at it, because I kind of have an idea and I've been bouncing around, and I really think that shirt would be something that a lot of people will gravitate to. I want the shirt that says proud to be me because everybody else is taken. I just can't figure out how it should look, and I'm thinking maybe we should open it up to everybody on the channel so far that has an idea of how they think it should come out. Because I think it just needs to be that. The only thing I can think of is doing like an image of a paint splatter and putting that in it. But maybe somebody has a better idea than I do, because I really am stumped. And I think that it would be a shirt that a lot of people would really gravitate to. We've got the Blessed Disco Ball Warriors. We have that one. But I really think that this shirt would be something that a lot of people would be proud to wear. And have on the side of it, have blessed to crochet on the little side of the shirt. And then that's a good one. I never thought of that. Zeno, I never thought of that. That's a really good one. Have a Bible verses to back that up on the back. One in each. That's a really good idea. I would do it in a way that would offer shirts with a Bible verse and ones without. I just don't want to make a division where division doesn't need to be, but I love that. I love that. I would do it both ways. You gave me a good idea. We use our Bible verse, which is 1 Corinthians. I'm going to forget it now too, aren't I? Our Bible verse that we use for the channel is let all that you do be done in love. 1 Corinthians 16:14. That's our channel's Bible verse. So maybe that's something to think about, putting that on the back. But doing it both. Yeah, fearfully and wonderfully made. Yep, that would be a Mom could help with that. I like that one too. That would have to be something but we would have to offer two versions. We'd have to offer one with the Bible verse and one without. The Blessed to Crochet would be here. Be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken, right? Have a Bible verse on the back. Have ones without the Bible verse, and then find a way to have something called. I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm going to go through TubeBuddy, or somebody I want to talk to about that, just to help us, because I think we need to change up our titles a little bit on our thing. And every title at the end always says "Stay connected, y'all," because that's what we say. But I'm starting to do it to hashtag "Stay connected, you all." So I'm thinking maybe finding a way to have that as like a hashtag "Stay connected, you all." There's a lot of channels that have hashtag "Stay connected," but not with y'all at the end. I know I'm not from Texas, but I like the y'all. It started with Christina. So maybe doing something like that. I'm glad I certainly plugged in my phone in the charger, boy. But I'd have to figure out how to do that, like hashtag "Stay connected, y'all," for sure. But that's a good idea. It's hashtag "Stay connected," and it's Y and then ALL. By the way, we got Christina and her husband Sweet tea, y'all, and she is raving. She's like, you got to keep me stockpiled with that sweet tea. These are the huge bags of sweet tea. And she loves them. He loves the peach flavor, and I got her half cut. So that's a good idea. I've had to figure out how to, I just need to figure out the front of it. I can't, maybe it just needs to be the words. I just think it needs to be something, but I haven't figured out. Hey, Elsa. I haven't figured out, how it should, just the words. I can give it to, this is Jake. Well, welcome, Mr. Jake. I have to figure out how I want the words to look like. So, I'll get there. I'm just trying to thought if anybody has any. You got locked out of your account. Oh, that's terrible. I hope you fix it. We got to have our musical Jake doing his musical magic here. You can't be locked out of the channel. And guys, if you're not familiar with Jake Hudson, y'all need to get familiar because he's awesome. You had to make a new account. What happened? You had so much content on that other channel. I hope that's resolved because that's terrible. Is it still on Facebook? I mean, on YouTube? Oh, you got a new PC? Yeah, we're working towards that too. I think we're going to go with, Josh found another one. I think we're going to get a temporary one that just surfs the internet so that you don't see Mary going and disappearing. Well, your channel's still there. I hope you can get that resolved. Because your channel's still there with all of your content too. I'll help you get that resolved. I'm gonna put Jake's account. He's got two, but I'm gonna put his other account because that has a lot of his stuff on it. He did our theme song. Thank you. I will have to subscribe to that so I make sure I got you covered. But I'm going to put his other one in here so we got that. But that's terrible. Christina was locked out of her account for a while. That was a whole mess. That was really awful. Well, I liked it, so I subscribed. And if you get, another thing, Jake, you could do is if you get that one opened again, you can save this other one and put a lot of your music on, you know, like all your music videos on there. And the ones you do for certain channels, you could do like playlists on there with the song you did for the channel. And then put in some of their videos in there so that you could have like Blessed to Crochet, let's just say, or, you know, or Leonard Homestead or whatever, right? And you could put a playlist for Leonard Homestead, Blessed to Crochet, and then make sure that your video that you did for us or Leonard Homestead or Tuber Chat is in that playlist at the very beginning. And then you could have some of their other videos in there, and you could do that. And then that way you could send people over to that, to this channel you've created, like we do with Blessings Through Connection, which you've got to work on. And then that way we can send people over there and say, guys, if you're looking for great channels, here's a bunch of playlists. So that's just something to think about doing. Because I don't often do it, is when if you go to our playlist, you will see very little of other people's playlist. Unless we're doing a collaboration with somebody, then we have their playlist in for just brief period of time. But we'll have B to C in front of every one of our playlists that have all of our content on it. Because if people are going to your channel to watch your stuff for a little bit, to help you with watch hours, it gets confusing when they're watching it and then there's some of your stuff mixed in with that playlist and somebody else's stuff mixed in. So if you do it all in one, if you're just coming into merit, yep, absolutely. If you're coming in, if you have them all listed so you can figure them out, it's a lot easier to do. That's why we did that other channel, because when I was trying to help people with playlists, I'm like, well, where's their stuff? It was always hard to find. Wouldn't it be nice if we get to 1,300 right while we're here? I'm going to get it, and it's going to say $12.99, right? Watch it. One away from 1,300, guys. One away. I knew it. I thought I'm going to go to the thing, and it's going to say one away from 1,300. Good night. I don't mean to be laughing. It's just sitting there going, one away. One more. Oh, goodness. One away. Oh, I needed to laugh tonight. I needed to laugh. I told my therapist, I just felt so... I didn't feel the greatest, and so you guys helped tonight. I needed it. I needed to be with my crew for a little bit. I was glad to help another channel, but oh my goodness, it's too funny. I knew it. It was like, one away. One away. I thought we'll never get there. Well, we got there. We got there one step at a time, that's for sure. You all connected with each other, and guys, we got this connection thing. We're gonna roll into connection thing in 2025 like you can't believe. It's cold here. What temperature is it at? What temperature is, I wonder I forgot what temperature it is here. I think it's probably it's in the 20s or whatever. Wish they would make everything more simplified. Sometimes you look at this, I'm telling you, sometimes you look at the stuff and you go, can you please just make this so that it understands? Oh, I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry, hon. That's no fun. My husband suffers from that, and that is no fun. I can attest to that, hon. Can we get some ones in the chat for Jake and anybody else that needs it? Anybody else that needs it? Ones, there you go. We're still just one away. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you want to put your weather in, we'll find out what everybody's weather is. You're 55. Wind is blowing 5 miles per hour. Forgot. Let's put in my weather and we'll see. Jake's weather is what? Let's see what Jake's weather is. Get weather updates right. It's debating. It's too cold to tell us, right? It's too cold to tell us. Let's see. It's deciding what it wants to do. Let's see what my weather is. Tell you what it is. It was snowing the last time I checked. It was snowing. The temperature is 19, -7 degrees in Mansfield. Snow showing with temperatures. I still don't understand how the humidity can be that way when it's that. Anyway, I don't understand whether no. Jake says Daytime, expected sun, the skies, 79. North Pole, I love that. 7 degrees Fahrenheit. I hear daughter on the phone. See if I type it in again. 3967. My mother-in-law was supposed to have a lot. She's in Cincinnati, so they're supposed to have a snow belt. So it says 34 degrees. Well, we're colder than you are, Jake. The wind is blowing from northwest and currently 68%. We're colder than you. It was snowing the last time we checked. It was miserable, my mother said. They went out a little bit and they said it was miserable. So it was not nice. So if anybody has the ability tonight to take their channel and share it out so that it can go to the next level, I'd appreciate it. And we've got to get our verse out today, so we'll get that out. We are doing a verse every day now, so we have to do that one. And we pre-recorded tomorrow's daily devotion. And the other devotion should be out by the time we get done with this. It's already out. So it should be out for everybody to see. And maybe we'll wake up tomorrow. There'll be a big snow pile. And be praying for us. I'm praying to God that dog does what she is supposed to do at the vet tomorrow, which is to go to sleep for a while so they can take care of her nails. I would really appreciate it for them not to call us and say, well, she didn't sedate well, so we couldn't do anything. Because she needs her nails trimmed and she needs her anal glands done. So y'all please be praying that that will happen like it will, like it's supposed to. That would be awful nice. I would really, really appreciate that whole thing to happen. Love you too, Jake. Take care of yourself. I pray that you all get your the whole situation with the computer, because that will be horrible if you can't get your channel back up. That'll be terrible. We'll have to be really, I hope that'll get taken care of. Very short and sweet. So maybe we'll see what conditions are out tomorrow. But pray that they're good conditions and that she will. The problem is that the last time that they took her, sometimes they'll take her and they'll give her the shot in the back office with us there, and it's just, I don't like doing that. Because then we have to hold her down, and I really don't like doing that. So I don't know what they're going to give her, but I hope it's easy, simple, and they can just get done. Apparently she saw another dog and she got all excited. Mrs. Smarty Pants. So we will see. So if you can say a little prayer, we'd appreciate it for Democus. I love that dog. But so anyway, we have been on for almost 2 hours by the time I'm going to get done. Almost. So I am going to sign off. I cannot sign off my normal way because I'm not through StreamYard. So the next thing to try is going through StreamYard vertically and see if you're able to do it. And I think you should be able to do it. I just don't think you'll be able to see it. From what I can understand from reading everything, you can't see it unless you're on another platform to be able to see the gifts, what have you. But anyway, something to just learn. Hopefully this was helpful to everybody coming in from Tuber Chat. We were glad to do it and help and assist. So y'all have a great night. Stay connected. You gave me some ideas for the shirt. Anybody else has some ideas, be more than willing to send them on over. Stay connected. Y'all, it's so important. Hashtag stay connected, y'all. And remember, be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. And remember, we got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we love each and every one of you. And every one of you are rock stars. You stay safe too, Mon. And if anybody can say a little prayer for somebody by the name of Mocha and us tomorrow, we would be beyond grateful. And next week on the 14th, I will be on My Other's Keeper talking about my trip to Danville. On the 3rd, I will be on Lewis Acre Karma talking with her in the afternoon. And I'm more than willing to come on anybody's channel if they would like to have us on. So we will talk to you all later. Happy birthday, Elvis. Happy birthday to anybody out there that is celebrating a birthday today. And love you all. Have a great day. I'm going to go watch some more Elvis movies and crochet some more, and then off to bed and up early for somebody that didn't want to get sedated properly on Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday have seemed to run together. But anyway, love you all. Have a good night. Thanks, Kevin from Tuber Chat. If you haven't subscribed, he's in there. I put his channel in the description below, and we will see you probably on Friday. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Thank you all so much for your support. It means the world, just you being here. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye, everybody.